We hear it all the time, right? Getting rich is all about working harder or, I don't know, catching some lucky break. But what if the biggest thing holding you back isn't outside of you at all? What if it's all in your head? Today, we're going to break down the one mental shift that can literally change your entire life. It's called the value mindset.
Okay, so let me ask you something. I bet you've seen this play out in real life. You have two people, right? They start from the exact same place, same background, same chances, but then their lives go in totally different directions. So what's the deal? What's that one secret ingredient that makes one person just take off while the other is kind of stuck spinning their wheels? Yeah, just imagine it. They've got the same education, access to the same resources, heck, they might even be neighbors. But you fast forward 5, maybe 10 years, one of them is just launching forward like a rocket, building something amazing, and the other, well, they're pretty much in the exact same spot they started. I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with luck. It's all about how they approach the game.
So what's that big difference? Well, it's not really about how smart they are, or even the skills they have. It's something deeper. We're talking about a mindset gap. And really, it all boils down to one simple question. Are you focused on the hours you put in or the value you create?
And this is the secret sauce, right here. The market, and by market I mean your boss, your clients, your customers, they honestly don't care how many hours you work. They just don't. What they care about is the value you bring to the table, the problems you solve for them. Once you really truly get that, man, everything changes.
So this brings us to a really fundamental choice, a choice that honestly every single one of us has to make, whether we know it or not. Are you going to play in the time economy, or are you going to play in the value economy? Let's really unpack what that means.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. If you are only working for a salary, you are selling your time. Think about that. You're basically a shopkeeper, and the only thing on your shelf is your time. And here's the kicker. You can never, ever make more of it. It's the one thing you can't get back. So look at these two paths side by side. When you're just selling your time, your income has a ceiling, right? It's capped, and you're totally dependent on that one job. But when you switch your focus to building value, learning a new skill, solving a bigger problem, creating something once that can be sold over and over again, like an online course, suddenly your potential for growth, for independence, it becomes totally unlimited. And this gets us to the whole myth of job security. A lot of people trade their real potential for this feeling of safety that a job gives them. But let's be real, that job can vanish tomorrow. True security, the real deal, doesn't come from a job title. It comes from your ability to create value for people anytime, anywhere.
Okay, great. So how do we actually build this value mindset? This isn't just some fuzzy, feel-good concept. No, it's a real, practical framework. It's built on 3 pillars that you can actually start working on today.
All right, here they are. Pillar number 1, you have to become a lifelong learner, and I mean a relentless one. This means picking a skill that people will pay for, like coding, digital marketing, maybe sales, and getting really, really good at it. Pillar 2, you've got to learn to take smart risks. I'm not talking about betting your life savings. I'm talking about investing a weekend to build a little project or spending $100 on an ad to see if an idea has legs. And pillar number 3, this is the big one, the engine behind everything, consistency.
And we need to be super clear about this. Motivation is not the same as discipline. Motivation is like a firework. It's this big, exciting spark, but poof, it's gone. Discipline is the quiet engine that just keeps running every single day, especially on the days you don't feel like it. It's showing up for that 1 hour after work every night to practice your skill. That's what creates real momentum.
Okay, so a lot of people get this stuff, right? They understand the pillars, they watch all the videos, they buy the books, they're professional knowledge collectors, but they're still stuck. So why is that? It's because there is one last giant wall they have to climb over. And here it is. It's the biggest lie we tell ourselves, the one that kills more dreams than anything else. You know the one, I don't have enough resources, I don't have the money, I don't have the right connections. And this lie is so sneaky, so powerful, because man, it feels so real. But let me tell you the truth right here, right now. You have a phone, you have an internet connection, which means you have more opportunity than almost anyone who has ever lived. That little device in your hand, it's not just for scrolling. It's a library, a production studio, and a global marketplace all rolled into one. You have everything you need to start. The resource excuse, it's dead. So if it's not about resources, what's the real problem? Come on, we both know what it is. It's fear. The fear of failing, the fear of what other people will think, the fear of stepping outside that cozy little comfort zone. But you have got to burn this into your brain. Fear and growth can never, ever live in the same house. You have to pick one.
Think about this. Just 1 year. Seriously, what could you accomplish in 1 year if you really went all in? I mean, for 365 days, you cut out the noise, you drop the excuses, and you just focus on getting a tiny bit better every single day. Your life could be completely unrecognizable in a year. Most people won't do it, but the question is, will you?
Because really, that's what this all boils down to. A choice, a decision that you can make right now, in this moment. Not someday, not next month, today. And that one choice, it's going to set the entire direction for your future.
And here's the choice, laid out plain and simple. Path number 1, comfort today. You know, kicking back, watching Netflix, avoiding the hard stuff. But that road, it almost always leads to regret tomorrow. Then there's path number 2, sacrifice today. This is the hard path, putting in the hours, learning that skill, taking that risk. But it's the only path that leads to what we all really want, freedom tomorrow.
Look, don't let yourself get overwhelmed by all this. The game of money is actually incredibly simple. It's just 2 things. Create value. Solve problems. That's it. Money isn't something you chase. Money is what chases you when you get really good at providing value.
And please, hear me on this. You do not need some grand, perfect 5-year plan. You don't have to quit your job. All you have to do is start small, but you have to start today. Spend 30 minutes on a free coding course. Write 1 post. Send 1 email. The size of the step doesn't matter. What matters is that you take it. Right now. So I'm going to leave you with this one last question to think about. Are you here to just survive, or are you here to truly grow? The world is full of people just getting by. But the world remembers the people who build, who create, who take the risk, and who design their own future. So which one are you going to be? The choice, as always, is yours.